Hey everyone, this video is just going to be a short introduction to the teacher dashboard and how teachers can use Desmos Activity Builder during class. For the purposes of the first part of this lesson, the left screen here is going to be the teacher screen and the right side here is going to be the student screen. So on the right side I've had the students go to student.desmos.com and I'm currently signed in as myself, but normally it wouldn't say welcome back mister, it would just say enter your class code. Now, I, as the teacher over here, I'm going to go to my activity here called A Day on the Town with Bugs. And so I've created a class here. And all you do when you're ready to create a class is hit Create Class Code. I'm going to go ahead and use this first one right here. And when I go in, it'll pop right up on my screen to say, hey, students, go to students.desmos.com and type this code in to have them access the activity. And so when I go ahead and I do that, I will go ahead and join, and I will then continue with the activity demo, and it will take me into my first slide. And as you'll see up here, I have myself already listed as demo and going through the activity. Now I'm the only one in here right now. If I go to slide 2, slide 3, slide 4, you can see the teacher can actually monitor how many kids are on each particular slide. Now, some of the cool features that teachers also can use while students are proceeding through this. Desmos Activity Builder is typically a student-led activity where students go at their own pacing however they like. So, however, there are a couple things that you can do as a teacher. For example, if you realize there's something you need to address with the class, you might want to pause and have the students turn to look at you. Well, shocking as it may be, students can sometimes really get into this activity and may have hard time stopping where they're at. All you can do as the teacher, again using the teacher dashboard, is press the pause button. And what it's going to do, as you see on the right side here, is it pauses where they're at. Doesn't take away anything they've done, merely darkens the screen and pauses the activity. This now allows the teacher to have that conversation with the entire class. As soon as they hit the unpause button, they go back to work. Lastly, another way that teachers can monitor and kind of guide students through is through something called teacher pacing. So if the teacher instead wants to lead the discussion as opposed to having the students do it on their own, they can actually restrict the students to a certain slide or slides and go through it as a class. So as an example, if I wanted all of my students to look at slide number 8, I can click on teacher pacing, click on slide number 8, and I would hit restrict to slide 8. Now I can do multiple as you can see here, but I'm just going to focus on 8 right now. So when I click that, notice for the student it disables their ability to go left and right. They are all stuck on slide number 8. And so now as a class they can proceed through this particular activity. Teacher can turn that off. Student once again can resume and go through how they would like. One of the last features of the teacher dashboard that is worth noting is the anonymize feature. So upon completion of this activity, and at this point we're going to switch full screen here to the teacher dashboard, one of the greatest things about Desmos Activity Builder is after a lesson or even during a lesson that you can showcase your students' work as a whole group. However, as to not maybe share personal details or to show a particular student out, you can click on the anonymize feature. And so my name is Demo here. When I click on anonymize, it actually brings up names of mathematicians. Sorry about that, funny enough. And to show you how that'll work best, I'm actually going to go to one that I actually ran with my AP Calculus class here. So I'm going to open up that dashboard instead this time. And notice, to protect the students' names, I've already clicked it into anonymous mode so you don't know who they are. But one of the greatest things here is, in a particular slide, I can look through what the different student says. Again, these are all just mathematician names. And I can actually read what each student says about a particular slide. On top of that, I can actually do something called an overlay, where in this particular case, the students were trying to identify a particular parametric function and where it would have gone over the course of time. I can actually look and see all of the students' marks overlaid on top of each other to allow me again to have that conversation with the students. So this is just a brief overview of what the teacher dashboard can do. There's a ton of different things that you can do with this. Down at the bottom, if you forget anything we talked about here, there's a learn more about our new conversations tools. If you actually click on that, it's going to bring up a nice summary of pretty much what we talked about over this video. So feel free to check that out as you're looking through. Thanks for watching.